All right, so yeah, I got a lot of questions about my new NBP Color Logic, what the heck it is. It's a color system for Photoshop. In other words, it's a series of powerful actions and helper actions, as well as presets and other things to help you explore color grades. And it's all done using RGB curves. So for example, you start like this, you open up the actions and you have so many to pick from in general color ranges. So let's say I pick voltage right here. I'm gonna call it voltage, and I'm gonna stack another one on top. Maybe this one called Halcyon. Cool, so we have two that we stacked on top. And as you can see, I can turn them off and on, off and on. I can change the opacity of them if I want. I'm going to turn off Halcyon for a minute and open up voltage. Inside there, we have various layers, right? One of them is the RGB curves. It's just a curves layer, but I've done the color grading via the RGB curves, which is why the color grades are so smooth and stackable, not going to have any weird pixel mess or anything like that. And on top of that, I have a bunch of presets, all that come with Color Logic. So you can choose a different preset, get a different look. Keep digging around. That's a very subtle one, but I kind of like it. That one's a little more muted and vintagey looking. What's this one? Okay, again, muted and vintagey looking. Let's look for a real powerful one. I know there's one here. Here we go. Yeah, that's super intense, but maybe too strong. Let's go maybe back to Moonlight. I kind of like that. Too soft. See, you can just keep doing this and keep exploring and keep exploring. And you have multiple looks that you can stack. Change the opacity on if you want. You can open up, like for example, on Halcyon here. Let's open that one up. And we have a curves layer where we can maybe increase contrast if we want, right? Anything that we want to do, we have it available to us, and we can constantly stack looks. I'm going to go ahead and turn off Halcyon. In fact, I'm going to get rid of it because I don't really want it. And I have different helper actions here. So for example, I can choose, how about we compress medium? Let's get a shadow crusher soft and go ahead and highlight popper medium. Let's see what all that has done. So now here's our highlight popper on, and off. There it is. You see how beautiful that is? The shadow crusher does exactly that. Very subtle effect of the shadows. And then we have a compressor, which I'm actually going to put on top. Anyway, the point is you can mix and match. You can change presets in your, the action presets to stack. You can also change the presets here in the RGB curves. And if you really want, we even have some of these actions even include a gradient. So you can put like a gradient map up if you want. And then we have a bunch of cool presets that come with it. So you can choose one of these, anything that you think might potentially look cool, hit OK. Change the blend mode, of course, maybe something like soft light. Put it on like, I don't know, 25%. And look at that, we've added a cool grade, maybe 20%. And I can always come back in to the presets and see what the other ones might look like.